Back to ESO Daily. I'm your host, Mysticraven. Alright guys, so I just did a video for the trolls. I want to see if I can get some dailies in. I didn't get to do any dailies yesterday with the Stam Sorc, so hoping I can get some runs in really quick. I do have a Stam Sorc on PC. I don't have my Alkosh set, so I am using like Night Mothers currently with my tooth row. And it is what it is until I can get it. And now, I do want to say, just for the record, you can put a build together the way you want to in this game. I don't feel like anybody has to specifically listen to me or one specific content creator. I think the devs do a damn good job, and Outcast has said the same thing too. The devs have done a damn good job keeping the margins pretty damn close between sets. At the end of the day, it's all going to be, about the numbers and what's reflected in your character sheet. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. If you hear that, that's my granddaughter. Anyways, and I feel like, some people want to be a little bit more, people want to look for reasons to hate your shit. It's just the way it is. And the funny thing about it is, anytime I've ever debated with anybody, it has never been about their build. I've never actually once bashed a build. The only thing I've ever said is, hey, did you ignore the diminishing return? Hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that? The numbers, as far as reflected numbers. Like, they ignored diminishing, some players, won't name any specific names, even ignored the fact that there were diminishing returns on critical values, though it was posted since the conception of this game on PC. But yet, the elitist or min-max players ignored that law, those mathematical laws. And that's whatever, Those are the things I'm a stickler about. And people want to be sticklers about whatever and however, and to each their own. But this game gives you flexibility. It gives you control of your build and your numbers. At the end of the day, hey, if you want to go ahead and crit 100% of the time for 6k, that's fine. I'll take, the 55% or 55 to 60 and crit almost double your shit. That's fine. Cool. I'm cool with that. If you're cool with critting for less than me, but more frequently, hey, have at it. To each their own, to each their own. But, it's a numbers game. It's just what this game is built around. It's based on numbers. Like, you can't change it. It's nice. There's options, and I think that's what the devs really give us. They give us a lot of options. They give us ways to cover the things that we're missing in our builds, in our kits, and make up those differences. And it's great. It's great. That's why I still continue to play this game, because the devs give us a wide variety. But I always tell people, get it out of your mind. The one thing you don't want to misconceive is that one build fits every class. That is not the case. That is a myth. That is bullshit. Like Two Fang, right? Serpent is way less than on a stamina Nightblade versus the somebody's just firing random fireballs. Is less effective on the Nightblade than like somebody like Stamplar. Twice Fang Serpent works better. Like, I was testing it. It was getting a lot better results on my Stamplar versus my Nightblade. I was getting better results with Spriggans, right? Because those that crit difference on that one stat. It makes a difference. So you can't literally sit there and say that this set is BIS and it applies to it's not the case. It's just not. And I wish people could understand that, because your passives dramatically affect your builds on each class. That's math. It is what it is. And, to each their own. It's not huge, it's marginal, but it's definitely not optimal. That becomes the question. What becomes optimal? What are you trying to accomplish with your build? And I think each player has to answer that for themselves. How you're going in, how you're contributing to a party or dungeon or so on and so forth in your playstyle. What are you trying to accomplish with your build? Or when you're looking up builds and you're incorporating that, are you going 100% and going with that exact build and layout, or are you incorporating something that you discovered and making that build your own? That's another question. Once again, I don't feel like there's a wrong way of approach. There's just sometimes failed execution, because we have to take a look at that. I see your comment. Let me go ahead and I'll go whatever here. And I do have my trolls and I have everything else that I have to deal with. Oh, it's deadly. It's annoying as fuck. Oh, this troll. He's the one who always hits dislikes and everything else. He's an idiot. But, it was funny. It was hilarious. I love these motherfuckers. But, it is because of them that I continue to do it. Because they're the ones that amp the fuel for the fire. They were the ones that said Nightblades can't heal. They're the ones that said DKs can't heal. They're the ones who said, oh, there's no such thing as the diminishing returns has no effect on it. They're the ones. And what? Mystic came back every time, and yep, that's right. We do what we do. And that's what I'm here for. And I loved it. And I think that's one thing that really... Hey, Lewis, what's up? Sorry, once again, that's my granddaughter. She just woke up. But yeah, it's definitely hilarious to me. She's a little fussy. One second, let me mute this. Ah, there we go. Requeue fixed that. Let's hope everybody just clicks yes. Cool. One second. All right. We're in. Okay, I was about to say that should be kicking in. I hate NPCs. Wait for everybody to load. Cool. Now see guys, this is a prime example here. So we have a tank, he looks legit, but he's got 32k health. Not something I would personally roll on any of my tanks, but this is what I was used to when I came into this game. And I'm not saying you can't do that. Just pointing it out. He could be a hybrid build, but he looks like a DK and he looks like he has whatever for whatever reason. So I'm not trying to bash on anybody. I'm just saying, hey, yes, I know. There's a heavy stack there. There's a reminder. All right. Go. Come on. Hey, can I get my... Thank you. Now on this build, what the fuck is... Okay. Weird amount of lag. Clear this up and then I'll hit the ulti. No Warhorn either.
That was a nasty beast. This way, squad.
Let's see. No shards, no orbs. I don't know. Be nice. I'm going to be nice today. One second. I have to ask. This is me trying to educate him. You're a healer. Do you have orbs? Stop eating that thing. Want to always synergize on the dual side. No shards or he. What is this? Is this a Templar?
I wonder if we'll ever see the commander.
Okay, the healer is a Nightblade and no orbs. He's doing a good job healing. He's actually. Nah, he doesn't have it. Why would you need it? It's pointless, right? It's okay. Okay. Sure, my DPS sucks. We'll go with that. Chest here, dude. What are you doing? You dumb fucking healer. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Ah! Suck on that, motherfuckers! Mysticraven's the name! Fuck you and your fucking healing. I don't give a fuck about the chest. Fucking healers. Give me that. Sure. Scroll, you don't. I did it earlier today. No. Perfect. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay, moving out. Okay, I gotta pick up that healer. Oh, he's got him. I'm dead. Argonian Nightblade healer is really good, though. I will say that. So I will give it up to this dude for that. What was that? It was like, oh shit! It was the blast in a whole fall. I didn't even get to see it through. Oh my god, that was awesome. It wasn't, but it was. Reinforced prayer. It's all right. Definitely worth it. You know, just come in here. We'll leave this group. Got City of Ash Uno to do. Alright, see a couple comments. Take a look at here. Alright. Do you like playing on PS4 more than PC? I have a lot more on PS4, so I'm really invested, Kevin. So I won't be leaving PS4 for PC. I just like playing on PC because I get to be on public tests. I get to work on other, classes with different races, things like that. This dumb fuck, I swear to God, I love him. Hi, Shelly. Why you being a jerk? You're triggered. Oh, because he's a troll. That's what he is, Shelly. Some tank slot orbs. Yeah, I've seen that, Kevin. I actually have seen that. Triggered is a Xbox player who's trying to be a YouTuber. And he has multiple accounts. He'll come on. He'll whatever. Because he's just brainwashed. Like at one video he had, he literally said Nernholm was shit. To a person who asked, and he's like, because I'm not dumb enough to believe Nernholm. And it was like, okay, Nernholm isn't always going to be the best answer. And it's not. Because sometimes you want precise, sometimes this. But he's like, it's always sharpen. This was when sharpen was the thing, at what most people thought was the thing. And he was one of those cookie cutters. He has no builds, nothing. And then he comes on here and then he tries to troll and whatever else. So that's what that player tries to do. He's a kid, whatever. That's what kids do, because they follow whoever and they think they're just so awesome and this and that. And it's like, okay, whatever. I ain't got time to really sit here and mess with a kid, but at the same time, it is what it is. Hey, Wiggly, what's up? Kind of figured after he kept talking, yeah, that's all he is. He's just a troll, he's a kid, and that's what I got to deal with, guys. Like, literally, and it's even worse when they're adult players, and I'm not naming names, and they think they know about everything of which they're talking about, and here to find out they end up being wrong, and then they're all, like, butthurt about it, and whatever, and it's like, to me, it's like, I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I really don't. I have no pride. I'm the type of player, I like being wrong because majority of the time, I get to learn something. So I kind of relish those moments when I'm wrong. So it's just like, oh, okay, cool deal. I stand corrected. Most people are all like, yeah, and they want to throw it in your face. And, I do that too. Smack talk's kind of cool. You let people have their moments. I have no problem against that. I feel like, everybody should have their moments. But I always tell people, I'm like, I've done so much for the community that, if it wasn't for me, would you probably still be in Twiceborn Star? Probably. It's a game, so you play to have fun. Ideally, Shelly, you're right. You're 100% right. Ideally, you are right. People try to make it competitive, though. Right? They try to make it a competitive thing. And, and people want to, like, YouTubers are a little bit more petty than players, but their players, have their favorite YouTuber that they hold on to. It's like, it's their idol, their god. And it's like, it shouldn't be like that. Honestly, I don't want people to think like, I'm someone special. I'm just a normal person, I'm just trying to help. I'm an asshole, but, you kind of, like, most people ask me, like, do you have fun? And I'm like, I did, but now it's more like a job. I have to put in time. I have to help my viewers, help the people that I can help. And, you have to put in time. I mean, it's work, So, I'm just trying to help people now. I didn't want to be a YouTuber, and I had to be because everybody was wearing the same set, and they think this, and they think that, and that's why I do it. Do you play at night? Later in the evening. Like right now, I'm actually getting a lot more game time during the day than I typically, but at nights when I'm not really available. So I get more on in the evening, around 7 or 8, and it depends on the day. It really depends. And then I always, before I go to bed, I try to get a PvP in for at least an hour. So I'll log on PS and I'll PvP at night for like an hour. And then I switch platforms up now since I'm on PC, because I'm still trying to play catch up, but my motherboard and my USBs aren't acting right, so my new Mobo's coming in. I might have to requeue that sometimes. Trying to decide which class to try as a healer next. Not ready for Nightblade yet, though. Okay. Well, you know, Robert, Warden's good. Warden's really good. It's acceptable by more players, especially if you're looking towards endgame. DK, I love healing with DK in endgame, but it's kind of a finicky thing, finding players who understand what DK healing's about. Because even on PC, we got pollution pretty bad. But in trials, and that's for trials, but in your vet content, most people don't care. As long as they can get through the content, nobody questions anything until later. They're like, oh, wait a minute, I was just healed by a DK? So I healed vet Valkrith Hold as a DK healer last night. Congrats, dude. Congrats, Wiggly. Congrats, dude. And I bet you had no problem. When I went in with my DK, I loved the fact that, especially in some of the mechanics, when it was hitting hard with my shielding and stuff, with my Igneous Shield, how much I was able to mitigate throughout those healing parts, because some of those mechanics, like on my Templar, was a lot harder versus like my DK. I realized, I'm like, wow, my DK, I'm healing a lot better in this dungeon with the DK versus my Templar for some reason, which usually I don't pay attention to be honest with you, but it was noticeable. No, Templar healer is awesome. Right. And Templar is great. It's great. It's flexible. It's just, it's a novice build. I always tell people, play something you want. Templar will always get their spots, without a doubt. Without a doubt. It was tough because we didn't have the DPS. But I bet you still got through it, didn't you? With that DK healer. That DK healer, man. I'm telling you guys. You don't, if you got a good DK healer, DK can be pretty free. Yeah, you did. I know you did. You're a DK healer. I know you are. We're gonna requeue it. I got a little bit of time left, so I'm hoping I get this. Yeah, I know you got through it. Have all classes except Warden. Oh, okay. Well, Warden's great. I like the Warden. I do, in a lot of ways. They each play different, Like my Templar. I love my Templar. I love my Stamplar and my Magplar. I love my Templar healer. I love them. They're cool. They're really good. DK can buff the group with Engulfing or Igneous. Yeah, and it does. Minor Brutality. It's the only class that does it. It gives them minor brutality with its passive. You're right. Most people don't realize that. It's like, oopsie, you didn't know? But if you listen to certain YouTubers, they'll tell you the DK healer has nothing to offer a party. It has no synergy. None. At all. So why would you want to roll a DK healer? It's beyond me. It's like, okay, sure, I guess. yeah, like DK, man. Like I said, every healer is different. Every one of them. They all offer something different. The devs made sure of it. They did. That's what people do. Is like, when we talk today, we are going to talk about the differences of classes and how this class is just so much better than the other class in this role. Now, for all those people who don't know, I have all of my skins and I am elitist. I have done all the trials with only one set of group. I don't pug anything. I'm above that. No. The peasants must go and listen to me. I am all-knowing and all-seeing. Yes. You will listen to me because I know Biss. And Biss is real. Yes. It's math. It's always math. Just saying. I'm just saying. And remember, guys, the Warden is a jack of all trades and master of none. No. Their DPS sucks. Their healing is subpar. Oh. Now, I do agree there are things that can be improved upon. I'm going to say that. There can always be improvements to each class. But in defense of ZeniMax and the devs, they do such a fucking awesome job of balancing this game. I mean, really, I played games where it's been, the balance looks like friggin' Swiss cheese. There's a shitload of holes in it. No names mentioned. I will not mention any names. I will not. I'm being good. I'm turning over a new leaf. You know, that's what I'm doing here. I will not be tempted. Tempting. But I shall not be. Oh no, Wiggly, I'm on my PS, man. I'm not gonna be on my PC for a few days, man. This is my main platform, so I'm on the PS. Normally my boys, like when we get on the afternoon, when I get on at the evening, the first thing we ask is, what are the dailies? Are we doing them? And it'll be like, sure. No, let's go PvP. So those are our two options weekdays. Weekends, we do trials. That's when I try to get a hold of, I'll either form a group or one of my dudes or one of my guilds. I'll keep my eyes open. I'll slip into a few pugs, try to be unnoticeable as much as possible until somebody catches me. And they're like, oh my God, you're Mysticraven. I'm like, yes, I know. Psh, don't say it out loud. And they're like, dude, it's Mystic. Like I was in a trial and it was like announced. Like, dude, Mysticraven's with us. And somebody's like, who? And they're like, ESO Daily, shut up. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. And I'm like, so I will pug trials. And I'm like, oh, please. I'm not here. I'm just another person. Ignore me. Definitely, Wiggly, I will do that. Yeah, I try to be inconspicuous when I'm slipping in groups, but sometimes I kind of get like the eye, like, you know, there's somebody there who knows me. Well, you know, and then when I roll with the people I do know, it's cool because it's like a normal like thing. It's just like, oh, Mystic's with us, okay, all right, cool. What are we doing? Blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. This is so much more laid back, you know. And I do have a trial guild I'm in, and they're great. They are great. They're a group of great people. There's a few people who have that attitude. Not majority of them don't. And you just have to kind of suck it up, and I have to bite my tongue down, and I usually stay muted on the mic and try as hard as possible not to verbally smack them down when they start talking Biss and shit. Because when we're doing trials, people will slip up and start saying that shit, and I'm like, refrain. You're dungeon famous. I'm something, it's something. But, yeah, I'm like, I just kind of do my thing, man, just like, okay, let's do this. And I do have my regular people. I'm always rolling with Duck. Most of the time when people see me and they see Duck, they know, like, okay, because me and Duck, we joke, we laugh, we're just really good buds, and it's just like, okay, cool deal. And, he's a hardworking man. He comes home and he's like, we just bullshit. Uology, you'll see him throw a couple jokes. He throws the eggplants in. That's my dude. I roll with you all the time. Love Uology, man. And, and we can just kind of let our hair down and be real and talk. And there's also other players that I roll with, like Useless. I love Useless. Useless is the shit. Like, when I roll with Useless, I have a good time. Sorry, first time I have watched you. But have you seen Deltia and Cyanide? So thought would check you out. Oh yeah. Okay. Zai and me are really good. Like we're friends actually. We met. I was watching one of his videos before he hit like a K, and me and Zai became friends because of that. The whole thing. We had a discussion because at the time, me and Zai was the only two covering diminishing returns before Morrowind. Like everybody else was stacking. They didn't really understand diminishing the law of diminishing marginal returns, and me and Zai were doing it. So like there was like this camaraderie right from the get with me and Cyanide. And it always like I'll stop in his channel, he'll stop in here, we'll bullshit, we'll laugh. I would love to do a collab with Zai any day of the week. Me and Zai we're really good buds, man. And that's the way it is. Deltia, I like Deltia. He's came back. He's taken a new approach. When I first met Deltia, I really didn't know anything about the tubers until it was announced. Like, we were in, the trials were just being redone. So we had a guild and we picked up a player. And he was wearing Twice Born Star. And then he started talking Biss. And now, I had a couple of months under my belt, and I was VR 16 at the time. Now, this was before the switchover. And then all of a sudden, he was talking Biss, and he's like, I'm wearing Twice Born Star because it's Biss. And I'm like, wait a minute, did you just say Biss? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like as in best in slot? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, who in the fuck told you that? And he's like, well, it came from Deltia. And I'm like, who is Deltia? What the fuck? And he's like, well, all of us wear it because, that's what you do when you're a trial player. And I'm like, what? Huh? And I'm just kind of like caught off guard. Well, then all of a sudden we were on Twitter. Me and Delta go head to head at it on ESO's Twitter. And then I like Delta. I was watching his vids and I'm like, this guy is very charismatic. He's got a son. He's a great dude. I like him. And I'm like, the Biss thing's a little much. He's ignoring diminishing returns. I'll throw a couple little things in there. And I kind of, did things a little way that, was annoying as fuck, to be honest with you. Don't like the way I really had to approach Delta on it. But, he came back, and ever since he's came back, like, he has this new mentality about him that's fucking awesome. Like, there's no generalization. It's like, this can work in your favor in this way. You can use this. Oh, wait a minute, we can do that. Oh, wait, it's like seeing a kid in a candy store, because he just can do anything with his builds right now. It's like, holy shit, I love this side of Deltia. I love him. It's like, this is the shit now. Like, this dude is fucking awesome. No Biss, and when he's putting Biss, he's like, well, it's good in this situation, but he's not using it like it's in the absolute. And I love him. I love him for that. He's the shit, in my opinion now. And I have nothing positive to say. Oh, there's Fief. Where did Fief go? I just seen it. Anybody see FIFA? I just seen FIFA. FIFA, where'd you get to? You bastard. That's one of the players I have to PvP on a daily basis. Oh, I thought I just saw FIFA. So all the top PvPers know me too. We're all on each other's friends list and stuff. So I got Q, I got Ness, I got all these guys on my friends list. We will hit each other up quite a bit and like fuck with each other. They will teabag me on the occasion. Actually, as much as they can, possibly. I don't take any offense to it. I can't get this Q for nothing. Can I please get this Q? I really want in this dungeon. I'm DPS, though. It is real. But they're really good. It is all how you take it. With them, Miami's the only one. He'll come in and he'll start trolling on EP. You all suck and blah, blah, blah. And Miami is a damn good player, and I will say that. Miami Heat is damn good. He is a damn good player. You don't question it about that, but his attitude sucks sometimes. I just got my VMA Lightning. Oh, dude! Grats, Snoop! Grats! Congrats, dude. That's the shit. I'm thinking about going back into VM. One second. Okay, I don't need to be in there. I'm thinking about actually going. I'm working on something for VMA at VMA because I'm thinking about going back in. I've been debated because I haven't really with most of my builds. I always try to build around not having players feel like they need them. You know, that's kind of the nice thing about most of my builds. I double stack, and you know I can optimize in a lot of ways by doing so. But there, with a lot of things and configurations, I'm like, I might want to go back to VMA just to pick up maybe one or two things that, you know, and maybe do a build that helps players who haven't completed it. It's like I'm trying to work on a build like a new friendly build for players, you know, that and I want to try to kind of do something on both ends. I've debated about it, you know, I am, and it's a process I'm working on, so I'm going in there and I'm hitting the trial and errors. So what I'm doing when I'm going in VMA, I'm trying to clear each zone with no death, with the easiest solution possible, right, is what I'm testing out with a couple of build configurations. So I'm not really trying to, like, score run or anything at the moment. I'm literally trying to play with a specific build I'm working with. And, you know, I think I have something lined up. I'll see. I'm not saying I will do it, but, you know, because I just hate the whole mentality. Like, oh my God, yeah, like there's certain players, man. It's just like RNG time, you know? You know, it's just like Vet DSA. I love Vet DSA. I haven't been back in there for a while, but if anybody asks and they're like, oh, you know, if you've done Dragonstar, right there it is. You know, suck my dick. But I don't care about fluff. You know, it doesn't mean nothing to me, man. You know, whatever. Why isn't this tank just coming up here? Something going on? Am I missing something? What was that? Okay, sure. I'll hit it. The tank's dead. That's not a good sign. Spar swap. Please and thank you. Why did that tank die? Something tells me he's a low health squishy tank. Okay, let me check something out. 33K. DK. Let that be a lesson. 30-something K tanks. They're paperweights. Sorry, it's true. They're paperweights. They are very, very squishy. Really? Sure. Now we got to deal with the other ads coming. They'll follow us more than likely. Just what? God dang it. Some weird ass lag. Can we please stop running at least? I hate rocks. Did I ever mention I was colorblind? It sucks sometimes. Yo, other deeps, man. Nope, I suck. I suck! No! Why? Why? Yo, man, where in the hell is this healer? I'll take that and debuffed. I was about to say, what the hell happened to that dude? I hate that, like, when you're doing a weave, sometimes you can get that whole animation, like your hand's like stuck in the air. It's kind of weird when you're like doing a cancel. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. It's weird. See if I can hit the water. No. I'm a Khajiit. I have 9 lives. Meow. Oh, holy shit. I didn't see that, dude. Oh shit, I missed it. There it is. Give it to Daddy. Is there any more?
You will go no further. For Lord Dagon.
Ah, shit! I pooched that one. Excuse me. Do 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 do.
Your hide will make a wonderful rug for the master. Surrender and I'll devour you quickly.
Wait for the war horn.
Rise, minions.
What the? Okay. Sure.
Rise, minions.
Damn! What the?
Rise, minions. Rise, minions.
Teleport that one, bitch. Fucking little bastard. There we go. We pug it. We pugging. We pugging. That's what we do. That's what we do. Alright, guys. Let me check the time. Yep. It's about that time. Did it. Get her done. I am so happy. Got in, got out. Can't complain. Well, I could, but, you know, what's the point? No one listens anyways. Or if they do, they complain back at you. You know, sure. But, yeah, Stam Sorc, a lot of options. I'm not saying there isn't by any means. I will check the comments before I leave here. Make sure everything's all, you know. Yeah, definitely. I'm thinking Maelstrom is much easier on PC than on console. I don't know, man. I haven't done it yet on PC. I haven't attempted yet on PC, so I wouldn't have that experience yet. Be honest with you. So I haven't got to like compare the two. So I mean, if my thing is like if I'm using a controller on both platforms, I mean, how much different could it be? Is like my question. You know, like that's kind of you know. I don't know, you know, I wouldn't know, but yeah, because I've never tried on PC yet, you know, and I'm planning on doing it, but at this point it's like, yeah, I could go for it, sure, why not, you know, I guess, but, you know, it's not like on my necessity list, like, by the way, note to self, make sure to do VMA 20 to 30 times in need of said weapon. You know, it's like, huh? Alright, I gotta let you guys go. I want to thank you for watching, and once again, always have a nice day.